Howdy. So, we are starting today with a classic amongst VTuber reactors, which is The Toad That Broke Australia by MoreParz. And I've seen a lot of people, like, react to this, and I myself have not reacted to it. But, you know, it'd be funny if I did, because Australia. Let's begin.
Australia is home to some of the deadliest animals on the planet. But what if I told you there's one creature they all fear? An invasive species, millions strong, wiping out native animals that we are locked in combat with to this very day. What kind of vile beast is capable of spreading such reckless hate?
Is it cane toads?
The answer is this fat fucking toad.
Yep.
But how did this war begin? Well, to answer your question, we're gonna have to go way back. The year is 1866. We are in the land down under, and our story begins the same way many tragedies do. With the British.
Yep.
You see, having gone hippity-hoppity, your ancestral home is now my property around 90 years back, the Brits were in full swing, rampantly colonising the country. And part of that included agriculture. Now, they brought with them many crops, but the important one in this story is sugarcane.
Yeah, it's cane toads. I knew it was cane toads. I kind of know this story.
But also because, well, the fucking tea isn't going to sweeten itself, is it? But you see, sugarcane only grows in the heat, which ruled out the south of the country.
My slurp wasn't as loud. This is so sad.
It also likes humid environments, which ruled out Western Australia, which left them with one option. And so, the cane farmers loaded up their first Stardew Valley save in Queensland in 1866. But the farmers ran into an issue. You see, Queensland is home to these nifty little bugs called Dermalopida albahertum. These are native beetles that hit their macros by munching on plant leaves. So when cane farmers joined the Queensland Minecraft server and set up a fucking Hermitcraft-sized farm, the beetles were in heaven and set to work demolishing the plant leaves. Now, funnily enough, the adult bugs weren't actually the problem. Sugarcane leaves hold full value. But the problem is that with such an abundant food source, the bugs started multiplying, laying their eggs around the base of the plants. These eggs hatched into larvae. And unlike the grown-ups, these little worms don't eat the leaves. They eat the roots. And so the sugarcane starts getting absolutely fucking spit roasted. And the farmers can do nothing but watch.
I love that there's one sprite for SeanTheSheepFarmer.png. He does not emote. It's just this image over and over. How come you don't talk like him or you're a fake Australian? No, I'm just an autistic one, and I have a condition. I am just victim to a common autism phenomena. Arisa so baby, she wasn't even alive in 1866? I could have been, you don't know. You don't know if I'm a cool time traveler. You don't know if I'm awesome. You don't know if I'm awesome. Rat needs more bogan. It's true, I need to get more bogan. I need to get more bogan now. Yeah, I kind of knew about this already. I kind of knew about the cane toad thing. I knew that the British wanted to farm. I forgot that it was sugarcane specifically, which is silly because they're cane toads. But yeah, they introduced cane toads to eat the bugs, and then the cane toads also got out of hand. I kind of know this. I don't know all the details though, so this is fun. I'm getting like the actual history now.
As sugar
spoilers, okay, my bad.
Cane yield plummets through the floor along with their profits.
Yeah.
This whole situation really pissed off the farmers, who banded together, went to the Australian government, and told them to fucking fix it. Sir, a horde of creatures is destroying the cane fields. And so, the Queensland government founded the Bureau of Sugar Experimentation Stations, or the BSES, in 1900. This team of crack scientists then immediately set out trying to solve the very same issue every single Factorio player faces. This place is covered in bugs.
No!
They are breaking my shit. How do I violently slaughter the local wildlife in order to expand capitalism and my profit margins?
Well, you see, we don't have a great history with that. We don't have a fantastic history with successfully wiping out a total population of wildlife. The emu war is a separate issue though. Have you seen a toad that big IRL? No. I have seen ones that are about half that big though. I don't like them. It's been, what, 300 years since the British introduced cane toads? I have 300 years worth of beef with the British for that, specifically. I hate them. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. Spoiler alert, we didn't fix it. Spoiler alert for the end of this video, by the way. We've still got cane toads that didn't fix it.
BSCS pondered this question for 25 fucking years. They tried spraying chemical insecticides. Didn't work. They tried injecting insecticides into the soil. Didn't work. They tried
That's just gonna kill the plants,
the
no?
fucking cordyceps fungus. And it still didn't work. Then, one day in the office, while pondering this question, someone had an idea. Okay, we are getting outmaneuvered by the cast of Bugs Life. Someone in this office,
and that's not the first time.
Give me anything. What about cane toads? What? Cane toads. Those big fucking fat things that exist in the cane fields in Hawaii.
They're so awful. I hate them.
It's a frog. They eat bugs. We just introduce an invasive species to fix a problem caused by an invasive species. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? And so, in June of 1936, 2,400 brave...
1936 is so much more recent than I expected. That's so much more recent than I expected. I thought it would have been like the 1800s. That's only like 100 years. That's less than 100 years ago. We've only had cane toads for less than 100 years. We have to... Is that a death threat? I think I was gonna death threat the King of England. I'm gonna just put a pause on that.
Cane divers were deployed to the fields to deal with the arthropod menace. But there's just one small issue. Cane toads were fucking dog shit.
Yep.
Yeah, funnily
They're
enough,
not good. They weren't good at
fat,
it.
slow, ground-dwelling toads were not exactly the smartest solution to deal with beetles that spend the majority of their adult life 6 meters off the fucking ground.
Not to mention, they can't eat the babies either because they burrow. It was a bad idea.
On top of that, cane toads don't dig for food either.
Exactly, that's what I just said.
Now this all sounds like information that should have come up during the
It was a
research
bad
and
idea.
study phase of the plan. This, however, implies that there was a research and study phase. The BSCS did not conduct a single fucking study on environmental impact before releasing an army of cane toads.
That explains so much about the last 90 years. That explains a whole lot about the last 90 years. They're trying their best. They should have tried more.
Are you
Their best was not enough.
Complete absence of brain cells caused a rather spectacular domino effect of ecological f***ups. And it's going to teach you a valuable lesson about invasive species. Yes.
Bubonic plague came to Europe because of the rice plantation that was introduced by Indonesian island hoppers who brought rice with them from Africa, rice growers, and still water that increased the mosquito population. Yeah, people are not good at simply not introducing bugs. It's true. People are just bad at simply not introducing bugs to places. This was a bad plan. This was a bad plan overall, but that shouldn't be surprising because we also did the Emu War. Australia, historically, we're not fantastic planners.
See, while the cane toads barely ate what they were supposed to, they did eat. And as incredibly large, omnivorous toads, they ate practically anything they could fit into their mouths. Rats, mice,
no,
snails, baby birds. It was the toad equivalent of f***ing Kirby. And then, not unlike the exact problem they were brought here to solve, with all that food, they started reproducing.
Yep.
A lot. In fact, female cane toads can lay anywhere between 8,000 to 30,000 fucking eggs per clutch. But
Oh
I mean,
my
this
God.
should not be too much of a problem. Australia is home to some of the deadliest creatures on the planet. Surely, the local wildlife has
cane
this
toads
under
are poison.
control.
Cane toads are poison.
Wait, what?
Cane toads are poison. I
Yeah,
forgot.
cane toads, they're poisonous. So
Yep.
Little bulges on
They're
the
like
shoulder.
super poison.
Yeah, those are parotid glands, and they are packed to the brim with bufotoxin.
Yep.
No, that's not a D's nuts joke. Got him! Now, whenever the adult toads are threatened, they will squirt this white, sticky fluid out of the glands. And when ingested, it does two things. One, makes you trip absolute balls thanks to the hallucinogenic bufotenin. And two, the other ingredient, bufogen, just straight up gives you a fucking heart attack.
Damn, I'm so glad that this was extensively researched before they introduced this population of extremely unkillable poisonous frogs, toads. I'm so glad they spent all that. Oh wait, they didn't. They didn't research it. And now we still have them. Isn't Australia just full of invasive species fighting each other to kill the ecology? Well, yeah, that's because when England colonized, they were like, yes, this is a prison. Like, England specifically colonized Australia in order to make it a prison because their prisons were too full, because they were arresting small children who were stealing loaves of bread. So they were like, damn, we need a place. We need like a new location to drop all these prisoners. So surely we don't need to care that much about, you know, long-term sustainable environments and making sure that like the place is livable because it's for the prisoners. They sort of didn't plan on it being a country past that. So they were just sort of doing things like this forever. They're like, damn, what if we just introduce a bunch of stuff for fun? That's fine, right? It's a jail. It's a big old island jail that surely won't continue to be a country. So now we have these. Now we got these things.
It's important to note that this toxin is also present in their eggs and tadpoles. Now, in their natural habitat, this isn't as much of a problem because everything around them has had thousands of years to get good and deal with this f***ass poison build by either developing immunity or learning to eat around the glands. But Australia is not their ecosystem. And despite all of the deadly animals we've got, they have had a grand total of 5 minutes to adapt to the presence of the fucking Caelid toad. Now, quick question for the class.
We haven't
what
had enough
happens to an animal
time. We haven't had
population
enough
when there is
time.
nothing to eat it? It gets bigger. And so, shortly after being introduced, a rapidly expanding tyrannid swarm of toads began to spread across the country. The BSES
Free us.
noticed this
Free
and,
us.
did fucking nothing. Because it technically didn't affect the sugar cane. The swarm spread further, occupying all inhabitable parts of Queensland, and they were laying so many fucking eggs that their clutches began polluting the waterways like a bufotoxin teabag, killing native fish as well as any animals that drank from the water. The BSES did nothing.
Yeah, it's a good thing that this was extensively researched and they had a plan to fix this, right? Right. It's a good thing they, like, planned ahead and they had a solution for when this started, right? Right?
Those eggs hatched into tadpoles, which started killing more fish. The BSES still did nothing. The swarm advanced, breaching into the Northern Territory and New South Wales. When questioned, the BSES insisted the toads were doing their jobs and everything was fine. By the 1980s,
There were no toads in the Australian
the toads
wilderness.
were now starving out or just fucking eating local wildlife and one-shotting anything that tried to eat them.
They're enormous.
And considering
Look at those
at
things.
this point there were 5 fucking million of them,
Yep.
that happened a lot. So, with local wildlife being absolutely fucking decimated, the BSES was forced to acknowledge that maybe, just maybe,
Listen, we fucked up.
but, oh well, everyone makes mistakes, nothing we can do about it. No, they left it for the government to clean up. Sir, a second horde of creatures has escaped the cane field. fuck. Yeah, they realised just how much damage was being done, and in 1986 began funneling federal funds into controlling the population. They tried trapping and physically removing the toads, but unless they had 5 million traps, that wasn't going to do shit. Biological warfare was proposed in the form of releasing viruses and parasites, but was shot down because it would do just as much damage to the native wildlife. And so, the toad front continues to advance to this day. So where does that leave us? Short answer is kind of fucked. Cane toads now threaten a total of 75 native species, and they've even driven populations of animals like the northern quoll to complete extinction in parts of the country they infest. And
Rest
with
in peace,
the population now sitting at 200 fucking million toads, that infestation is spreading.
That's more toads than we have people by a substantial amount. You want to know what the population of Australia is? Let me look up exactly what the current population of Australia is. The current population of Australia is about 28 million. There's an extra 0. Yeah, there's about 10 toads per person. There's about 10 toads per person. Why don't you get an invasive species of birds to Australia to eat the frogs? Yeah, we triple down on this plan. We find a species completely immune to the poison that the cane toads excrete, and we just pop a new one in.
With predictions showing they
Triple
will be
down.
fucking up ecosystems in 5 states in the near future. And
Triple
given that they
down.
have amassed a population 10 times the size of the humans in Australia,
Oh yeah, that's what
the
I just
government
said.
has completely fucking abandoned the fight for eradication, switching focus to harm reduction, using bait toads covered in non-lethal but unpleasant substances to try to teach local wildlife that toad bad. On top of this, the government has encouraged the broader public to, just fucking kill the toads.
Yeah.
You are supposed to do it humanely by catching them and sticking them in a freezer for 48 hours, but,
People don't do that.
most people don't want a frog taking up their freezer space.
They just start
so
kicking
they just
them.
use a fucking golf club.
Yeah,
or a
they just
car.
start kicking them.
And with this being Australia, our wildlife is also putting up a fight. Keelback snakes, for example, are immune to their venom, and
Hell yeah.
Ricali and magpies have learned to flip them onto their backs before getting a feed. Now, jokes aside, you want to know who
Get
I feel
rotated, idiot.
genuinely fucking awful for? The toads. They didn't ask
Look
for
at his
any of
sad
this
little
shit.
face.
They just got dumped onto a random island and did their thing, and now they are being actively hunted. No. The assholes in this
sad
story
faces.
are the BSES and the cane growers. Because you may be thinking, why were they allowed to do this shit in the first place? Well, that's the neat part. They weren't.
Oh no.
The federal government banned the f***ing idea when they came up for it in 1935, based on the
didn't
advice
know
of
that.
entomologists who rightly presumed the toads would become a bigger f***ing issue than the beetles. But the BSES and the cane growers lobbied to have the ban lifted in 1936. We are stuck in permanent toad combat because these dickheads looked at scientific advice and went, nah-uh.
They said nah.
You have got to be fucked. G'day, Merry Christmas,
They said
Happy
nuh-uh.
Holidays, and thank you so much for watching. This is the first crack
Oh,
I have
man.
taken at a long form on this channel, and I'm not
Oh,
going to
man.
lie, I had a lot of fun working on it. So
Yeah, this was
I
a good
hope you
video.
enjoyed.
This was a good video.
Also, a quick announcement if anyone missed it.
This was a very
we're
good
partnered
video.
with Gamer Subs now. The link in the code
hey.
is in the description.
Whoa, that's
so
crazy.
Go grab yourself a
Whoa,
tub,
that's
man.
crazy.
Also, just want to thank each and every one of
Yeah,
you
that's,
watching this for literally changing my life.
Ah.
That will never not mean the world to me,
Oh,
so
that's
thank
nice.
you. Hope you all have a bloody fantastic
Oh,
rest
that's
of your holiday
nice.
period, and I will see you all next time. Australia!
Oh, I've started again by accident. Ah! Oh man. Yeah, so we're still dealing with that. I think this just ends with importing an invasive horse. Oh my god, it's like, you know that children's book, The Little Old Lady Who Swallowed a Fly? Where like she keeps swallowing increasingly ridiculous things to kill the original fly, and it just doesn't work. What if we just do that with the country? What if we just do that with Australia? We accidentally import cane toads. Well, definitely not by accident. Not even a little bit by accident, actually. Definitely not. Yeah, that's a sort of opposite problem, actually. We have the cane beetles. We import cane toads. Now, we import cane birds to eat the cane toads, to eat the cane bugs. And then we just keep escalating over and over until one of them finally works, because I'm sure that's how that goes, right? We'll get there. We'll get there. Oh man, I like the toad plague idea. No. It was a bad idea. It was a bad call. I did kind of know some parts of this, but I didn't know the extensive details. I didn't know everything about it, so this is funny. This is delightful. This is delightful. I had not learned about all of it. Yeah, that video was really good. I liked that. I hope he does more long form. I like that a lot. Which fantasy universe / IP does Australia come from? This was a great lore recap. True.